What up, traders? What up, investors? We're going to be looking at how Wall Street Bets is continuously still extremely bullish on Tesla, and as well as everyone knows who's watched the channel for more than a couple minutes, that knowing that I'm a fairly strict bullish Tesla bull as well. But just wanted to share a couple things that I found on memes on Wall Street Bets, and then we'll be diving into the chart, looking at potentially some targets and resistance and support to the upside. Is it too late to get in? Is it time to buy Tesla? Is it time to go short? All this kind of stuff, which will not be answered in the video. All right, so let's go ahead to the main screen here. Of course, we're gonna have our good old friend from the Squawk on the Street, Mr. Jim Cramer, talking about if you should buy Ford instead of Tesla because of is Ford going to be able to beat Tesla, which clearly no. And you hear that he's pleading his allegiance to Tesla, not Ford. There's more than enough to exist there. So that was one of them. And of course, this one is they did the face remap from the WWF on Elon reacting to the 2020 car delivery numbers that are rolling in from China to the US, hitting nearly that 500K that he said multiple times that was a key strategic goal for them to reach this year. So it's one of the funnier memes that I can watch this over and over. It's quite funny. So anyways, all joking aside, let's go ahead and just kind of peruse and jump into the Tesla chart, which again, I think why a lot of people are here. So Tesla, this is midday, nearly 1 o'clock here, Eastern Standard Time. Tesla's up 5% again with a large gap higher. Where's Tesla going to be heading? Where could be some potential resistance? You see a couple of alerts on my screen here. That being said, I want to be upfront here. I think it's a little bit, I won't say too late, but it's very hard to build a large position in it right now. You're going to have to wait sometimes potentially for a pullback, in my opinion. With that being said, the next target we're going to be looking at is going to be the round number of $800. Can $800 be hit this week? We'll see. So if we can look at what the options market is predicting. So just for the close of the 8th of January of this week, the market makers are saying on the top side here for the implied volatility, they're giving a price target of $30 plus or minus. So that $30 fits into the current price, again, around $771. $30 higher would put it a little bit over $800, but that's going to be on the bell curve side. Again, we can go into the options derivatives on the bell curve and how that probability works. So basically that $30 plus or minus is the market makers are saying with certainty of 68%, the market's going to stay within that range. So 68% are saying the 68% of the market move will be inside plus or minus that $60 range. And of course, that could go all the way back down to around, again, $750, even up to that $800 level. This chart has literally been taking off from around right before like the week going into the S&P 500 index. There was a lot of shaking up within Tesla, a lot of drastic moves up or down, but it has literally been just a rocket ship here just recently, continue to climb higher. And that being said, I don't want to be the first person to be like, hey, I think it's going to come crashing down or whatever, but we have jumped up a lot in the last coming weeks. With this very move higher, it's going to be very difficult to go long to it. If you're on the short-term basis, you potentially have to wait for the 5 or 8 EMAs here on the daily chart to potentially even try to get like a day trade or a very short-term swing trade going on. With that being said, my current trading plan as of right now would be potentially waiting for a stronger pullback, potentially to the 21 EMA or the parabolic SAR dots. So that's currently around the 658 to 640 range. I know that sounds extreme, but that being said, things do pull back. There are corrections in the market. That would be potentially where I would like to buy, since I have a fairly large stock position already in this, I want to actually start converting those potentially to leaps, or taking some of that, or taking capital out of other positions and adding leaps in for my Tesla trades, and getting that a little bit higher boost. Because again, I think 2022 was the beginning years of the options market. I think 2022 is going to be the year for options, especially the market moves of Robinhood potentially, and all these various trading aspects of folks really getting back into investing and stock picking, things like that. And you can really see that just on YouTube on the amount of channel explosions. Like, I'm getting questions on a daily basis. I'm like, hey, I'm new to this. What should I buy? Blah, blah. And it's a list of, in the morning, could be quite a few messages just going through all those, try to educate folks and kind of give them the right path on where they should look. With that being said, I think options give you the best understanding of leverage, but I also think it's a double-edged sword in the sense of, if you don't understand what you're doing, it could be very dangerous. So that being said, I don't know how I got off that tangent. Once again, I love going off tangents, but you're here for some price targets. So what we're going to be looking at is initially looking for, again, $800 would be a nice round number to look for. But the next Fibonacci target, if the trend really wants to continue, and by the trend continuing, it basically means that it can come back down to 700, it can come back down to that 650, 675 range and still stay above the 21 EMA, and that target is still good for around $863. The longer term target is that magical number 1,000. So basically 1,081 is really a key Fibonacci target to potentially be met. And this is the target I actually have for Tesla for the year. I actually had it, I'm moving it to basically 1,200 potentially. But I think this really large run that we're having here is a little bit dangerous, because again, full disclosure, I am long Tesla. I love Tesla long term. I love their products. I don't own one, not yet. But that being said, I think that you have to be a little bit cautious here and maybe put things into reality here. I think the FOMO boys and girls have taken over here a little bit and really pinching it substantially higher. Again, you're really seeing on social media everywhere, on financial channels and everything, Tesla, 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 Tesla. And that's a great position to start looking at, maybe get ready to free up some cash to potentially buy the dip, add the leaps like we talked about, and so forth from that strategy. Because again, a lot of people, again, this has been in a crazy move. Again, this stock with the split would be near around that over $2,000 range, almost the $4,000 range ish, if this didn't have the split. Again, remember, this had a split. This went all the way down. Just this year was $70, and now it's $775 basically. So it's pretty insane to see a stock run that hot. Again, it's I won't say it's a once in a lifetime opportunity, but this is something that doesn't come around very often. It's not the holy grail or anything like that I hear people giving Tesla, but it's something that it's a special company, and there's a special sauce that they have that a lot of people enjoy eating. With that being said, we're going to be looking at those key targets, initially looking for 21 EMA. If you're on the shorter dated side for trading, you're going to be holding between the 8 and the 5 EMA, which is the white and the purplish line there. But the thing I wanted to highlight here is on the weekly chart. So this is a weekly 3-year chart. Yes, Tesla has been breaking out for quite some time here on this movement. The only thing I'm a little bit concerned about, Tesla has these really, no pun intended, SpaceX rocket moves higher, but then it kind of settles in. Like, we had that huge move way, it seems like way back ago, like 2 Octobers ago in 18 or 19, it had that fantastic, really first profitable quarter, and it just took off. But then we had the virus, and it really took everything lower. Then took off again, traded sideways, took off again, trade sideways, took off again. And what do you think is going to happen? Again, I'm not saying it's going to come crashing down, but there are, again, opportunities in the market at all times. And this game is a little bit long-term driven, I believe, and I think to be able to take things at a larger time frame like the weekly chart really kind of puts things in fruition. So coming back down to, again, that 650 range and potentially even down to 525 are some levels that we could potentially see if we do get a pullback in Tesla for whatever reasons. They missed a quarter or the market overall pulls back. Like, you have to keep these things in the back of your mind and have these alerts set to be like, okay, if this alert messes, or if this alert triggers, I have to do this, this, and this. There's no, oh, let me think about it. Like, you have to get ready for it, because these opportunities don't come very often. Like, especially with the special sauce that Tesla's serving out, this is something to be very well aware of and really have it somewhat on a short leash to really to capitalize on these really insane amount of moves and these potential, I won't say life-changing events, but like this technology and what the products and what they're really trying to do over at Tesla. I think it's I almost said the effing word. It's flipping fantastic. With that being said, looking for those longer dated targets. Get ready for any kind of pullback. Not saying it's happening. Things are looking a little bit frothy here. It's not. I'm not calling it a really frothy cappuccino here, but it's definitely looking like there's a lot of froth in here. There's a lot of potentially weak hands, potentially, if we do get a little bit of a shakeout. And I want to be very well aware of that and get positioned and get ready to buy some of my favorite stock at a discounted price. All right, folks, ladies and gentlemen, thank you, and I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Peace.